Early morning in Brooksville, a quaint town nestled between rolling hills and sprawling fields. The sun casts a warm glow over the picturesque streets, but beneath the serene surface, tensions simmer. Before we get into the story, comment below where in the world you are watching from today, and if you like this story, don't forget to subscribe. Maya Johnson, a 16-year-old with deep brown eyes and a resilient spirit, walks briskly down Maple Street towards Brooksville High School. Her backpack slung over one shoulder, she navigates through the familiar route, but today feels different. The air is thick with whispers and stares as students pass by her. As Maya approaches the school gates, a group of 3 students, Jake, Emily, and Ryan, block her path. Their faces contorted with mockery, they start hurling insults. "Hey Maya, nice shoes. Did you borrow them from the lost and found?" Jake sneers, flicking his hand dismissively. Emily giggles, adding, "Yeah, or maybe they're a gift from Annie Brown." Ryan joins in, Brooksville High isn't exactly known for its fashion-forward students. Maya's cheeks flush with a mix of embarrassment and hurt, but she keeps her head high, responding calmly, "I'm comfortable with who I am. Unlike some people here." The bullies laugh, shoving her slightly as she walks past. Other students glance her way, some smirking, others indifferent. The school looms ahead, a symbol of both her aspirations and the daily battle she faces. Inside Brooksville High School, Classroom 204. Sunlight streams through the large windows, illuminating rows of desks and colorful educational posters. Sarah Thompson, a compassionate and dedicated white woman in her early 30s, stands at the front of the classroom. Her eyes scan the room, settling on her students. She exudes warmth and approachability, qualities that make her beloved by many. "Good morning, everyone," Sarah begins, her voice steady and encouraging. "Today, we're going to explore the impact of literature on social change." As she speaks, she notices Maya sitting alone at the back, her posture slightly hunched, eyes fixed on the pages of her notebook. During group activities, Maya often finds herself isolated, a target for subtle exclusion. Sarah pauses, observing Maya's discomfort. She makes a mental note to check in with her later, sensing that something deeper is troubling the student. Between classes, the high school hallway buzzes with the usual chatter. Lockers slam shut, and the sound of footsteps echoes down the corridor. Maya rushes through the hallway, clutching her books tightly to her chest. She barely has time to breathe before Jake, Emily, and Ryan corner her near her locker. "Lost your way again, Maya?" Jake taunts, slamming Maya's books against the locker. Emily steps closer, her voice dripping with sarcasm. "Maybe if you paid more attention in class, you wouldn't need help finding anything." Ryan, holding a crumpled piece of paper, flicks it at Maya. "Here's your homework assignment. Looks like you forgot it again." The hallway quiets as other students watch the exchange, some snickering, others looking away uncomfortably. Sarah walks by, carrying her own stack of papers. She stops abruptly, eyes widening as she witnesses the scene unfold. Maya takes a deep breath, gathering her scattered books. "I'm sorry. I'll make sure to bring it next time." Without waiting for a response, she turns and walks away, leaving the bullies laughing in her wake. Sarah approaches her, concern etched on her face. "Maya, are you okay?" Sarah asks softly. Maya forces a smile, nodding. "Yeah, I'm fine." But Sarah isn't convinced. She watches as Maya disappears into the crowd, determination flickering in her eyes to do something about the ongoing bullying. The final bell rings, and students begin to flood out of the building, eager to escape the day's stresses. The school courtyard is a mix of laughter, conversations, and the occasional solitary figure. Maya sits alone on a bench, staring at her phone. A few students pass by, some offering sympathetic glances, others indifferent. Lily, a friendly and outspoken girl, approaches cautiously. "Hey Maya, mind if I sit?" Lily asks, gesturing to the empty space beside her. Maya shrugs, avoiding eye contact. "It's fine." Lily sits down, sensing the lingering tension. "You okay? I saw what happened in the hallway." Maya sighs, finally meeting Lily's eyes. "Yeah, just another day." Before Lily can respond, Sarah arrives, carrying her bag and a determined expression. "Hi, Maya. Do you have a moment to talk?" Maya looks up, a mix of surprise and wariness in her eyes. "Sure, Mrs. Thompson." Sarah sits beside her, maintaining a respectful distance. "I wanted to check in after what happened earlier. How are you holding up?" Maya hesitates, then shares, "It's tough. Some days are harder than others." Lily watches the exchange, feeling a surge of support for Maya. "If you ever need anything, I'm here." Sarah nods approvingly. "We're all here to support each other, Maya. Let me know how I can help." Maya manages a small smile. "Thanks, Sarah. I appreciate it." As they sit together, the bond begins to form. Sarah as an unexpected ally and Maya as someone who finds hope amidst adversity. Later that evening, the Thompson household is a picture of normalcy. The living room is cozy, with family photos adorning the walls and the aroma of dinner wafting from the kitchen. Sarah sits at the dining table, sipping tea, while her husband, Tom, discusses his day. Their two children, Emma and Jack, chatter animatedly about school and friends. "How was your day?" Tom asks, handing Sarah a plate of steaming vegetables. Sarah hesitates for a moment before responding. "It was okay. I saw Maya being bullied again today." Tom's expression softens. "I'm sorry to hear that. Have you thought about doing something to help?" Sarah nods thoughtfully. "I have, but I'm not sure where to start. The community can be so resistant to change." Tom reaches out, placing a reassuring hand on hers. "You're a wonderful teacher, Sarah. If anyone can make a difference, it's you. Just be careful. I know some people might not take kindly to it." Sarah smiles gratefully. "Thanks, Tom. Your support means a lot." As the family continues their evening, the seed of determination takes root in Sarah's heart. She knows that standing up for Maya might not be easy, but the right thing to do feels undeniable. Meanwhile, at the Johnson household, the atmosphere contrasts Sarah's warm home. It's modest but filled with love and support. Maya enters her room, visibly tired, and collapses onto her bed. Her mother, Linda, notices her daughter's demeanor. "Hey, sweetheart. Rough day?" Maya nods, pulling her niece close. "Yeah, just the usual stuff." Linda sits beside her, gently stroking Maya's hair. "I heard what happened at school. I'm so sorry you're going through this." Maya sighs, frustration evident in her voice. "Sometimes I wonder why it's so hard for people to just be nice." Linda tightens her embrace. "You're strong, Maya. Remember, you have people who care about you. And those who hate you are the ones with the problem, not you." Maya looks up, finding solace in her mother's words. "I just wish it wasn't like this." Linda smiles softly. "Change takes time, but you don't have to go through it alone. We'll get through this together." The love and support from her family bolster Maya's resolve, even as she grapples with the challenges at school. The next day, Maya sits in the quiet, inviting office of Mrs. Evans, the school counselor. The room is decorated with soothing colors and motivational posters, creating a safe space for students to open up. Mrs. Evans, a kind woman in her 50s with a calming presence, sits across from Maya. "I'm glad you came in today, Maya. How are you feeling?" Maya fidgets with her hands, looking down. "It's been really hard. The bullying, it's constant." Mrs. Evans nods empathetically. "I'm sorry you're experiencing this. Have you talked to anyone else about how you're feeling?" Before Maya can respond, Sarah walks into the office, holding a folder of papers. "Mrs. Evans, do you have a moment?" Mrs. Evans gestures for her to take a seat. "Of course, Sarah. What can I do for you?" Sarah turns to Maya, offering a reassuring smile. "Maya, I want you to know that you're not alone. I see what you're going through, and I want to help." Maya looks between Sarah and Mrs. Evans, a flicker of hope in her eyes. "What can be done?" Sarah opens the folder, revealing a collection of ideas and plans. "I've been thinking about starting a peer support program at school, something to foster understanding and reduce bullying. I would love for you to be a part of it, if you're interested." Maya hesitates, then nods slowly. "I'd like that. It feels good to have someone on my side." Mrs. Evans smiles warmly. "That's a great step forward. We'll work together to make sure you have the support you need." As Sarah and Maya begin to discuss the details, the foundation for their partnership is laid. A teacher reaching out, a student finding an ally, Brooksville High takes its first steps toward change. Later that afternoon, Sarah visits her favorite local cafe, a cozy spot where townspeople often gather to chat over coffee. The walls are adorned with local art, and the atmosphere is generally friendly, though underlying tensions are palpable. Sarah sits at a corner table, laptop open, working on her lesson plans. She overhears snippets of conversation from nearby tables, discussions about town events, school matters, and, occasionally, veiled racist remarks. At another table, a group of older men debate heatedly about the recent changes in school policies, with one of them muttering, "It's just too much. How far are they going to go?" Sarah's heart sinks as she listens, recognizing the resistance to the very changes she's trying to implement. Her gaze drifts to a bulletin board filled with flyers for community events, including a town meeting scheduled for the following week. Taking a deep breath, Sarah resolves to stay focused on her mission. She knows that the path ahead will be challenging, but witnessing Maya's courage has ignited a determination within her to foster a more inclusive environment. As she packs up her things and prepares to leave, a familiar face enters the cafe. It's Maya, walking in with her mother, Linda. They exchange polite nods with Sarah, a silent acknowledgement of their growing connection. Sarah smiles warmly, feeling a renewed sense of purpose. The battle against prejudice in Brooksville has just begun, and she is ready to stand by Maya every step of the way. The following morning at Brooksville High School, the sun filters through the large windows of classroom 204. Students chatter as they settle into their seats, but the air carries an undercurrent of tension. Sarah Thompson stands at her desk, organizing her materials for the day. Maya Johnson enters the classroom, her presence more confident yet still cautious. She takes her usual seat near the window, glancing around before pulling out her notebook. As the bell rings, Sarah begins the lesson, her voice warm and engaging. After class, students begin to file out, but Maya remains behind, gathering her things slowly. Sarah approaches her desk, offering a gentle smile. "Maya, do you have a moment?" Maya looks up, a hint of apprehension in her eyes. "Sure, Mrs. Thompson." Sarah gestures for her to sit beside her. "I wanted to see how you're doing after yesterday. Is there anything more you'd like to talk about?" Maya hesitates, then takes a deep breath. "I've been thinking about what you said, about not being alone. It's hard sometimes, but I appreciate you reaching out." Sarah nods, her expression sincere. "You're not alone, Maya. If you ever need someone to talk to or need help with anything, academic or otherwise, I'm here for you." Maya offers a small smile. "Thanks, Sarah. It means a lot." As Maya leaves the classroom, Sarah watches her with a mix of concern and determination, knowing that this is just the beginning of their journey together. Later that week, the school library is a haven of quiet study and hushed conversations. Maya sits at a table with Sarah and Lily, a friendly and outspoken classmate who has been trying to reach out to Maya. Sarah pulls out a notebook filled with notes and observations. "I've been thinking about how we can address the bullying more effectively. It's not just about supporting Maya, but about changing the culture here." Lily nods enthusiastically. "Maybe we can start by raising awareness. Host events or workshops that educate students about diversity and inclusion." Maya looks thoughtful. "I like that idea. Sometimes people just don't understand how their words and actions affect others." Sarah smiles encouragingly. "Exactly. Education is key. And with your help, Maya, we can make a real difference." Lily adds, "We could also create a peer support group where students can share their experiences and support each other." Maya feels a surge of hope. That could work. It would give people a safe space to talk and learn from each other. Sarah writes down their ideas, her mind racing with possibilities. "These are great suggestions. Let's outline a plan and present it to the other teachers and administrators." As they continue brainstorming, the seeds of a powerful initiative begin to take root, promising to transform the school's environment from within. After school, the teachers' lounge buzzes with the sounds of casual conversations and the clinking of coffee cups. Sarah sits at a table with Mr. Jenkins, a respected white teacher known for his progressive views, and Ms. Ramirez, a passionate and empathetic educator. Sarah lays out her plans for the peer support program. I've been working with Maya and Lily, and we have some solid ideas on how to address the bullying issue. We believe that a peer support group and educational workshops could make a significant impact. Mr. Jenkins leans forward, interest evident in his eyes. I think this is a fantastic initiative, Sarah. Creating a supportive environment is crucial for our students' well-being. Ms. Ramirez nods in agreement. Absolutely. We need to foster a culture of empathy and understanding. Count me in to help organize these workshops. Sarah feels a wave of relief and gratitude. Thank you both. Your support means a lot. With more teachers on board, we can implement these changes more effectively. Mr. Jenkins adds, we should also involve the student council. Their input and participation will be invaluable. Sarah smiles, feeling the momentum building. Great idea. Let's set up a meeting with them and start outlining our next steps. As they discuss logistics and strategies, the foundation for a united front against bullying begins to solidify, demonstrating that change is possible when allies come together. That evening, Sarah sits at her dining table. Her home office transformed into a makeshift planning hub. Papers, notebooks, and her laptop are scattered around as she meticulously organizes her thoughts. She opens her laptop and begins drafting an email to the student council, outlining the proposed peer support program and requesting a meeting to discuss further. Her husband, Tom, enters the room, noticing her focused demeanor. Working late again? Tom asks, leaning against the doorway. Sarah looks up, offering a tired but determined smile. Yeah, trying to get everything ready for the student council meeting tomorrow. We want to make sure we present a solid plan. Tom sits beside her, placing a reassuring hand on her shoulder. You're doing great, Sarah. I'm proud of you. Sarah squeezes his hand gratefully. Thanks, Tom. It's just, there's a lot at stake. But I believe we can make a real difference. Tom nods thoughtfully. I have no doubt you will. Just remember to take breaks and not overwhelm yourself. Sarah chuckles softly. I'll try. Thanks for the support. As Tom leaves, Sarah turns her attention back to her laptop, her resolve strengthened. She knows the road ahead will be challenging, but with the right planning and support, she's ready to take the next steps toward meaningful change. The following week, the town hall is packed with residents attending the monthly community meeting. The room is filled with a mix of familiar faces, longtime residents, parents, and local business owners, each with their own concerns and opinions. Sarah stands at the front, her heart pounding as she prepares to speak. Maya stands beside her, offering silent support. The moderator introduces the topic: proposed changes to the school's policies to address bullying and promote inclusivity. Sarah clears her throat, beginning her presentation. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is Sarah Thompson, and I'm a teacher at Brooksville High School. We've noticed a significant issue with bullying, particularly targeting our students of color, and we believe it's time to take decisive action. She outlines the proposed peer support program and educational workshops, emphasizing the benefits of fostering a more inclusive and empathetic school environment. Our goal is to create a safe space for all students, where they feel supported and understood. A murmur of skepticism ripples through the audience. An older man, Mr. Collins, stands up, frustration evident in his voice. Why are we changing things that have worked just fine for years? Brooksville has always been a close-knit community. We don't need your special programs. Sarah maintains her composure, responding calmly. I understand your concerns, Mr. Collins. However, the data shows that bullying has been on the rise, and it's affecting our students' well-being and academic performance. These programs are designed to benefit everyone by promoting mutual respect and understanding. Another resident, Mrs. Baker, raises her hand. But what about the students who aren't being bullied? Why are we singling out specific groups? Maya steps forward, her voice steady despite her nerves. It's not about singling anyone out, Mrs. Baker. It's about ensuring that every student feels safe and valued. When one group is marginalized, it affects the entire community. The room grows tense, with divided opinions clearly on display. Sarah feels the weight of the community's resistance, but remains steadfast. Change can be challenging, but it's necessary for the growth and harmony of our community. We're here to work together to find solutions that benefit all our students. As the meeting progresses, the opposition voices their fears of disrupting the status quo, while a few voices of support begin to emerge. Despite the resistance, Sarah and Maya leave the meeting with a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that the path to change will require persistence and resilience. During a special assembly in the school auditorium, students and teachers gather for an evening of performances and speeches. The atmosphere is a blend of excitement and anticipation. Maya steps onto the stage, her heart racing as she faces the crowd. She's been given the opportunity to perform a poem she wrote, expressing her feelings and experiences with bullying. Sarah watches from the front row, her eyes filled with pride and encouragement. Taking a deep breath, Maya begins reciting her poem. In shadows I walk, unseen yet known. A silent struggle, seeds of doubt sown. Whispers and glances, heavy and cold. Yet within me burns a heart bold. Her voice gains strength as she continues. I dream of a place where we all belong, where every voice sings its own song. Hand in hand, we'll break the chain. Together we'll rise, endure the pain. As she finishes, the auditorium erupts in applause. Maya steps back, a mix of relief and accomplishment washing over her. A few students approach her with smiles and words of encouragement, while others remain silent, their expressions contemplative. Sarah approaches Maya after the performance, placing a supportive hand on her shoulder. That was beautiful, Maya. You have a powerful voice. Maya smiles, feeling a sense of validation. Thanks, Sarah. It felt good to share. The performance marks a subtle shift in Maya's confidence, showcasing her resilience and the beginning of her emerging role as a leader within the school. It also serves as a beacon of hope, signaling that change is possible through courage and expression. One Saturday morning, Sarah and Maya meet at the local library, a quiet space filled with rows of books and study tables. They sit together with Ms. Ramirez, one of the supportive teachers, and begin researching successful anti-bullying programs. Ms. Ramirez pulls up a series of articles and case studies on her laptop. Look at this program implemented in a neighboring town. They saw a significant decrease in bullying incidents after introducing peer mediation and diversity workshops. Sarah takes notes diligently. This could be a great model for us. We need something comprehensive that addresses both prevention and support. Maya flips through a brochure. This one also includes mental health resources for students. That's important. Ms. Ramirez nods. Absolutely. We want to ensure that our students have the support they need, both academically and emotionally. As they continue their research, they come across contact information for organizations that specialize in diversity training and anti-bullying initiatives. Sarah makes a list of potential contacts to reach out to for guidance and resources. Maya feels a surge of optimism. With these resources, we can really make a difference. It's encouraging to see that other communities have faced similar challenges and found solutions. Sarah smiles, her determination unwavering. We're not alone in this, Maya. There are people and organizations out there willing to help us. Let's reach out and see how we can collaborate. By the end of the day, they have a comprehensive plan in place, bolstered by external support and proven strategies. The initiative is no longer just an idea. It's becoming a tangible movement poised to transform Brooksville High School. On a sunny Friday afternoon, the school courtyard buzzes with the usual end-of-day activities. Students gather in small groups, some chatting animatedly while others find solitary spots to unwind. Maya sits on a bench with Lily and a few other supportive students. They share stories and laughs, creating a sense of camaraderie that contrasts sharply with the earlier scenes of isolation and bullying. Lily passes around a flyer Sarah had created for the upcoming peer support group meeting. This is a great way to start. More people are coming to the meetings already. Maya looks around, noticing more students stopping by the bench, showing interest in joining. It's nice to see people starting to care. Maybe this can really work. One of the newcomers, a shy student named Ethan, speaks up. I used to feel out of place here too. It's hard when you don't know anyone. Maya nods sympathetically. That's why we're doing this, to make sure no one feels alone. As the group continues to grow, The atmosphere shifts from one of tension to one of tentative optimism. Students begin to engage more openly, sharing their own experiences and offering support to one another. Sarah watches from a distance, a smile spreading across her face. She sees Maya leading the conversation with confidence and empathy, embodying the change they are striving to achieve. As Maya looking up at the sky, feeling a sense of hope and possibility, the first signs of transformation are visible, hinting at the positive impact their efforts will have on the community. The school auditorium buzzes with anticipation on a Monday morning. Students and teachers fill the seats, chatting excitedly about the upcoming events. Banners promoting the new peer support program and diversity workshops adorn the walls. Sarah Thompson stands confidently at the podium, her heart pounding with a mix of nerves and determination. Maya Johnson sits beside her, offering a reassuring smile. The principal, Mrs. Harris, gives them an encouraging nod from the front row. Sarah takes a deep breath and begins, "Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We're here to introduce a new initiative aimed at fostering a more inclusive and supportive environment at Brooksville High." She clicks the remote, and a slideshow begins, showcasing the proposed peer support program, diversity workshops, and the benefits of creating a safe space for all students. Our goal is to ensure that every student feels valued and understood. This program is designed to address bullying, promote empathy, and celebrate our diverse backgrounds. Murmurs ripple through the audience, a mix of curiosity and skepticism. Sarah continues, "We believe that by working together, we can create a community where everyone thrives." Maya has been instrumental in helping us shape this program, and we're excited to embark on this journey together. A student raises her hand. "But how will this actually work? Will it really make a difference?" Sarah nods thoughtfully. "Great question. We'll have trained peer mentors, regular workshops, and open forums where students can voice their concerns and ideas. It's a collaborative effort, and your participation is crucial." As she wraps up her presentation, Sarah senses a shift in the room. While some remain doubtful, others seem intrigued and willing to give the initiative a chance. Maya steps forward, adding, "I know firsthand how challenging it can be to navigate these issues. Together, we can make Brooksville High a place where everyone feels safe and respected." The applause is modest but sincere. Sarah and Maya exchange a glance, knowing that this is just the beginning of their efforts to bring about meaningful change. Wednesday afternoon, the school library has been transformed into a welcoming space with chairs arranged in a circle, colorful posters about empathy and support hanging on the walls. A table at the front holds refreshments and informational brochures. Maya sits at the center, her nerves tingling with anticipation. Sarah stands beside her, smiling warmly at the small group of students who have gathered. Among them are Lily, Ethan, and a few other curious faces. Sarah begins, "Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming to our first peer support group meeting. Today, we're here to listen, share, and support one another." Maya takes a deep breath and shares her story, her voice steady yet filled with emotion. "I've been through a lot of tough times with bullying, and I want us to create a space where we can talk openly about our experiences and support each other." One student, Jake, who had been one of the bullies earlier, looks downcast. "I've never really thought about how my actions affect others. I just follow the crowd." Sarah gently addresses him, acknowledging that is a significant first step. "Jake, this group is about growth and understanding." Lily chimes in, "I think it's important that we all feel heard and respected. Maybe we can start by sharing what support means to us." As the meeting progresses, students begin to open up, sharing their feelings and experiences. The atmosphere shifts from initial hesitation to a sense of camaraderie and mutual understanding. Maya feels a sense of relief and hope, seeing her peers engage genuinely. By the end of the session, there's a palpable sense of accomplishment. Sarah smiles. "This is just the beginning. Together, we can make a real difference." Throughout the week, subtle yet significant changes begin to ripple through Brooksville High. In classrooms, teachers notice a more respectful and attentive atmosphere. Hallways that were once tense now see students engaging in friendly conversations. In the cafeteria, Maya sits with a diverse group of friends, laughing and sharing stories. Jake, now more reflective, sits beside her, genuinely smiling. "Thanks for inviting me to join," he says quietly. Maya nods. "No problem. It's good to have everyone here." In another part of the school, Sarah observes a student helping another carry books, a small but meaningful gesture of support. She feels a surge of pride, knowing that their efforts are starting to bear fruit. During a history class, Mr. Jenkins integrates discussions about diversity and inclusion into the curriculum, encouraging students to share their perspectives. The students respond enthusiastically, engaging in thoughtful debates and collaborative projects. Outside, posters promoting the peer support program and upcoming workshops are being put up in various locations, signaling a growing awareness and acceptance of the initiative. The positive changes, though gradual, signify a shift in the school's culture. Students begin to understand the importance of empathy and support, fostering a more inclusive and harmonious environment. One afternoon, after a particularly insightful workshop on empathy, Sarah calls a meeting with Maya and the student council. They gather in the school office, the tension palpable. Maya takes a deep breath, her resolve evident. "I think it's time we address the bullies directly. We need to help them understand the impact of their actions." Sarah nods. "I agree. Confronting the issue head-on is necessary for real change. We'll approach this with empathy, aiming to transform rather than punish." Lily adds, "Maybe we can organize a mediation session where everyone can express their feelings and work towards understanding each other." The student council members exchange glances, some hesitant but willing to try. "It's worth a shot," one of them says. Later that day, Jake and his friends are summoned to the counselor's office. Maya and Sarah are present, along with Mr. Jenkins and Ms. Ramirez, who have agreed to facilitate the session. Sarah begins, "Thank you all for coming. We're here to talk about the bullying that's been happening and to find a way forward together." Jake shifts uncomfortably, avoiding eye contact. "I don't know what to say. We've just been messing around." Maya steps forward, her voice calm but firm. "It's not just messing around. Your actions hurt me and others. But I'm here to listen and understand why you feel the need to act that way." One of the bullies, Ryan, finally speaks up. "I guess we didn't realize how much it affected you. We were just trying to fit in." Sarah nods thoughtfully. Understanding each other's perspectives is the first step. How can we support each other better? The conversation is tense but productive. Maya shares her experiences, and the bullies begin to see the real impact of their actions. By the end of the session, there's a tentative agreement to change behaviors and support the peer support program. As they leave the office, there's a noticeable shift in the group's demeanor. While the road to reconciliation is long, this confrontation marks a significant step towards healing and understanding. Saturday morning, the local community center is abuzz with activity as Sarah and Maya prepare for a community outreach event. Tables are set up with informational brochures, flyers for upcoming workshops, and refreshments. Sarah adjusts the microphone, ensuring it's working properly. Maya helps arrange the seating, her nerves tempered by her growing confidence. As the community members begin to arrive, Sarah steps forward to greet them. "Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We're here to discuss how we can make Brooksville a more inclusive and supportive community for all." Maya takes a deep breath and begins sharing her story once more, emphasizing the importance of empathy and understanding. It's about recognizing each other's struggles and working together to create a space where everyone feels safe and valued. Attendees listen attentively, some nodding in agreement while others remain skeptical. A local business owner, Mr. Thompson, approaches them. "I never thought about it this way before. Maybe we can all benefit from a more harmonious community." Sarah smiles. "Absolutely, Mr. Thompson. When we support each other, everyone thrives." Throughout the day, Sarah and Maya engage with community members, answering questions and addressing concerns. They also conduct small group discussions, fostering open dialogue and encouraging participation. By the end of the event, there is a noticeable shift in the room. More people express interest in the upcoming workshops and peer support programs, signaling a growing willingness to embrace change. Maya looks around, feeling a sense of accomplishment. "I never imagined we could reach so many people." Sarah places a hand on her shoulder. "This is just the beginning, Maya. We started something powerful here. As the community center begins to empty, there's a sense of optimism in the air. The outreach event has planted seeds of change, setting the stage for further progress in their mission to create a more inclusive Brooksville. The following week, Sarah and Maya are invited to the local newspaper office for an interview. The newsroom is bustling with activity, and the air is filled with the scent of fresh coffee and printed news. Maya sits nervously across from the journalist, Emma, while Sarah prepares her notes. "Are you ready?" Emma asks with a friendly smile. "Yes," Sarah replies, adjusting her glasses. "We're excited to share our initiative and its impact so far." Emma begins, "Thank you both for joining us. Can you tell us more about the peer support program and what inspired you to start it?" Sarah takes a deep breath and begins. "The program was inspired by the challenges Maya has faced with bullying and the broader issues of prejudice within our community. We wanted to create a space where students can support each other and foster a more inclusive environment." Maya adds, "It's about empathy and understanding. We want everyone to feel safe and valued here at Brooksville High." Emma nods, taking notes. "What kind of response have you seen from the students and the community so far?" Sarah smiles. "We've seen a lot of positive changes. Students are more supportive of one another, and we've even had some of the former bullies join our support group. The community outreach events have also garnered interest and support from local leaders." Maya chimes in, "It's been amazing to see how much can change when we work together and listen to each other's stories." Emma concludes, "This is truly inspiring. What are your hopes for the future of this initiative?" Sarah looks to Maya. "We hope to expand the program, reach more students, and continue building a community based on respect and understanding. It's a journey, but we're committed to making a lasting positive impact." As they leave the newspaper office, Sarah feels a surge of hope. The media attention has amplified their message, attracting more support and resources for their initiative. Maya walks beside her, her confidence soaring. "This is really happening, isn't it?" Sarah nods. "Yes, it is. And it's only going to get better." Friday afternoon, the school cafeteria is transformed into a makeshift celebration area with balloons and banners reading, "Celebrating Kindness and Unity." Students and teachers gather to honor those who have shown exceptional support and kindness. Sarah stands at the front, holding a microphone, while Maya sits nearby, watching with a proud smile. Mr. Jenkins and Ms. Ramirez help distribute certificates to the honorees. "Today, we're here to celebrate the positive changes happening at Brooksville High," Sarah begins. "These small victories are the building blocks of a more inclusive and supportive community." She calls out names of students who have gone above and beyond in promoting kindness, supporting their peers, and actively participating in the peer support program. Each name is met with applause and cheers, fostering a sense of pride and accomplishment. Maya receives her certificate, and Sarah approaches to congratulate her. "You've been a beacon of hope, Maya. Your courage has inspired us all." Maya smiles. "Thank you, Sarah. I couldn't have done it without your support." As the ceremony continues, students mingle, sharing stories of how the initiative has impacted them. Jake approaches Maya, his demeanor sincere. "I just wanted to say thank you for giving me a chance to change. It's been a real eye-opener." Maya nods. "I'm glad you're here now, Jake." The celebration not only honors individual efforts, but also reinforces the collective commitment to maintaining a positive and inclusive environment. The atmosphere is filled with laughter, conversations, and a shared sense of accomplishment. As the event wraps up, Sarah and Maya exchange a meaningful glance, knowing that these small victories are paving the way for even greater progress. The school community feels more united, and the foundation for lasting change is firmly in place. The following Monday, the school premises are abuzz with news that shakes the foundation of the newly established support programs. An anonymous flyer has been circulated, threatening the discontinuation of the peer support group and questioning its effectiveness. Maya enters the school office to find Sarah speaking urgently with the principal, Mrs. Harris. Her heart sinks as she approaches. "What's going on?" Maya asks, concern etched on her face. Mrs. Harris looks troubled. "We've received this flyer today, calling for the termination of the peer support program. It claims that the initiative is causing more division rather than unity." Sarah takes a deep breath. This is a significant setback. We need to address this immediately and rally our support to ensure the program's continuation. Maya feels a mix of frustration and determination. Who would do something like this? Ms. Ramirez joins them, shaking her head. We don't know yet, but we need to stay focused. Let's discuss our next steps. As they convene in the conference room, the atmosphere is tense. Sarah outlines a plan to investigate the source of the flyer, reinforce the benefits of the program, and mobilize both students and supportive community members to defend their initiative. Jake, now a supportive member of the peer support group, speaks up. We can't let fear and hatred undo what we've built. We need to stand together and show that this program truly makes a difference. Lily nods in agreement. Maybe we can hold a meeting to address the concerns and demonstrate the positive impact we've seen so far. The team rallies together, determined to overcome the unexpected challenge. Despite the setback, their commitment to fostering a more inclusive and supportive environment remains unwavering. They know that the journey ahead will be fraught with obstacles, but their shared resolve gives them the strength to persevere. Monday morning dawns bright and clear over Brooksville High School, but the atmosphere inside is anything but serene. The news of the threatening flyer has cast a shadow over the once optimistic halls. Sarah Thompson sits at her desk in classroom 204, staring blankly at the ominous flyer that now adorns the notice board. Her heart sinks as she reads the harsh words scrawled across the paper. "End this nonsense. Brooksville High is better without your peer support program." Her phone buzzes, pulling her from her thoughts. It's a message from Mrs. Harris, the principal. "Need to talk ASAP. Meet me in my office." With a deep sigh, Sarah gathers her belongings and heads to the principal's office, Maya following closely behind. Inside, Mrs. Harris stands by the window, her expression troubled. "Sarah, Maya, thank you for coming so quickly." Sarah takes a seat, her mind racing. What's going on? Mrs. Harris gestures for them to sit. "We've had an influx of complaints from some parents and community members. They believe the peer support program is divisive and unnecessary. We're considering suspending it until we can address these concerns." Maya feels a lump form in her throat. "But we've seen positive changes already. This program is making a difference." Mrs. Harris nods sympathetically. "I understand, Maya, but the backlash is significant. We need to handle this delicately to maintain harmony within the school and the community." Sarah clenches her fists, determination replacing her initial fear. "We can't just give up. This program is helping students feel safe and supported. We need to fight for it." Mrs. Harris looks at them both, her eyes reflecting a mix of concern and hope. "I admire your dedication. Let's discuss possible solutions and how we can move forward together." As they leave the office, Sarah and Maya exchange a resolute glance, knowing that the challenges ahead will test their resolve, but also strengthen their commitment to fostering a more inclusive environment. Later that evening, Maya sits alone in her room, the weight of the day's events pressing down on her. Her mother, Linda, enters quietly, noticing the distress etched on her daughter's face. "Hey, sweetheart, rough day?" Linda asks, sitting beside Maya on the bed. Maya nods, tears welling in her eyes. "They want to shut down the program, Mom. After everything we've done, it feels like all our efforts are in vain." Linda pulls her into a comforting embrace. "I know it's hard, Maya, but remember why you started this. Change doesn't happen overnight. It's going to take time and persistence." Maya sniffles, wiping her tears. "Sometimes I wonder if it's worth it. Maybe they're right, and we're causing more problems." Linda holds her tightly. "Don't let their negativity discourage you. You're making a difference, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. Stay strong, and lean on those who support you." Maya takes a deep breath, finding solace in her mother's words. "You're right. I can't give up now." Linda smiles softly. "Exactly. We're in this together, and so is the rest of your community." As Linda leaves the room, Maya feels a renewed sense of determination. She knows the road ahead will be challenging, but the support from her family gives her the strength to keep fighting for what she believes in. Tuesday afternoon, the teacher's lounge is abuzz with tension. Sarah gathers with Mr. Jenkins and Ms. Ramirez, both supportive teachers who have been instrumental in the initiative. We need to come up with a plan to address the backlash, Sarah begins, her voice steady despite the stress she's feeling. We can't let this program be shut down. It's too important. Mr. Jenkins nods thoughtfully. I agree. We should gather data on the program's impact. Testimonials from students who have benefited could be powerful. Ms. Ramirez adds, we could also hold a meeting with the teachers to get their support and ideas. The more united we are, the stronger our case will be. Sarah pulls out her notebook, jotting down their suggestions. Great ideas. Let's start by reaching out to the students who've had positive experiences. Their voices will be crucial in demonstrating the program's effectiveness. Mr. Jenkins smiles encouragingly. I'll talk to some of my classes and see who would be willing to share their stories. Ms. Ramirez looks determined. I'll organize a survey to collect quantitative data on improvements in student well-being and academic performance since the program started. Sarah feels a surge of hope. Thank you both. With your help, we can show the administration and the community that this program is making a real difference. As they finalize their plans, the teachers' unity strengthens their resolve. They know that by working together, they can overcome the resistance and ensure that the peer support program remains a vital part of Brooksville High School. Wednesday afternoon, Sarah and Maya sit across from Principal Harris in her office, the space that now feels more like a battleground for their cause. Principal Harris, we need to discuss the future of the peer support program, Sarah begins, her tone respectful yet firm. Mrs. Harris looks weary but attentive. I understand, Sarah. The concerns raised by some parents and community members are significant. How do you propose we address them? Maya takes a deep breath, her eyes meeting Sarah's for support. We've collected testimonials from students who have benefited from the program. They can attest to the positive changes it's brought to their lives. Sarah continues, additionally, we've compiled data showing improvements in academic performance and overall student well-being since the program's inception. Mrs. Harris nods, flipping through the documents they've provided. This is impressive, but there are still those who believe the program is creating divisions rather than fostering unity. Sarah responds calmly, the program is designed to bring students together, to create a space where everyone feels supported and valued. If anything, it's reducing divisions by promoting understanding and empathy. Maya adds, we've also received support from several teachers who are willing to advocate for the program. Their collective voices can help demonstrate its importance. Mrs. Harris looks thoughtful. This is all valuable information. I'll need to present this to the school board and discuss how we can move forward in a way that addresses these concerns while preserving the program. Sarah stands, her resolve unwavering. We believe that with continued support and open communication, we can address any issues and ensure the program's success. Mrs. Harris stands as well, offering a small smile. I appreciate your dedication, both of you. I'll do my best to advocate for this program and ensure that the school board sees its value. As Sarah and Maya leave the office, they feel a cautious optimism. While the challenge is far from over, their efforts are beginning to gain the traction needed to secure the future of the peer support program. Thursday evening, the local cafe is a hub of activity as residents gather to discuss the ongoing debate about the peer support program. The air is thick with tension and differing opinions. Sarah sits with Mr. Jenkins and Ms. Ramirez at a corner table, sipping their coffees nervously. Across from them, a group of concerned parents, led by Mr. Collins, voice their frustrations loudly. We've heard too many complaints about the program, Mr. Collins argues, his voice rising. It's causing unnecessary drama and distractions in the classroom. Ms. Ramirez responds calmly, the program is intended to support students and reduce bullying, not create divisions. The data we've collected shows positive outcomes. Mr. Collins shakes his head, clearly unconvinced. But some students feel singled out. It's not fair to them. Sarah interjects, the peer support program is inclusive. It's about providing support to those who need it while fostering a sense of community and understanding among all students. Another parent, Mrs. Baker, adds, we just want what's best for our children. If the program isn't effective, then maybe we need to reconsider its implementation. The discussion becomes heated, with both sides passionately defending their viewpoints. Sarah feels the weight of the community's resistance pressing down on her, but she remains steadfast. As the debate continues, a few supportive voices begin to emerge from the crowd. A young mother, Ms. Ramirez, stands up. "I've seen firsthand how this program has helped my son. It's made him more confident and empathetic towards others." Her testimonial resonates with some of the parents, softening their stance. Mr. Jenkins adds, "It's about creating a supportive environment for all students. The benefits far outweigh any perceived drawbacks." The room gradually settles, with some parents still expressing reservations, but others considering the positive impact shared by their peers. While the division remains, the seeds of understanding and potential compromise have been planted. Sarah exchanges a glance with Mr. Jenkins and Ms. Ramirez, realizing that bridging this divide will require continued effort, empathy, and open dialogue. Friday afternoon, after school hours, Maya finds a quiet spot in the school library. The day's events have left her feeling drained but determined. She pulls out her notebook, jotting down her thoughts. The conflict within the community weighs heavily on her, but she knows that giving up isn't an option. As she writes, Jake approaches cautiously, holding 2 cups of coffee. "Hey Maya, thought you might need this." Maya looks up, a small smile breaking through her weariness. "Thanks, Jake. You're always looking out for me." Jake sits down beside her, his demeanor sincere. "I've been thinking a lot about what happened. I want to help. Maybe I can talk to some of my friends and see if they're open to supporting the program." Maya feels a surge of gratitude. "That would mean a lot, Jake. Every bit of support counts." Jake nods, taking a sip of his coffee. "I get that this is important to you, and to everyone who's been helped by the program. I want to make sure I stand on the right side of things." Maya reaches out, placing a hand on his arm. "And I appreciate that. It shows that change is possible, even among those who were once resistant." They sit together in comfortable silence for a moment, the bond between them strengthened by their shared commitment to fostering a more inclusive school environment. As the library begins to empty, Maya gathers her things, feeling a renewed sense of purpose. The challenges ahead are daunting, but with allies like Jake and the unwavering support of Sarah and her fellow teachers, she's confident that they can overcome the obstacles and create lasting change. Saturday morning, the local university's Community Outreach Center is filled with the sounds of students and professionals collaborating on various projects. Sarah and Maya meet with Dr. Lee, a professor specializing in diversity and inclusion. Dr. Lee welcomes them warmly, gesturing to the chairs set up for their discussion. "I'm glad you could make it. How can I assist you both today?" Sarah begins, "We've been implementing a peer support program at Brooksville High to address bullying and promote inclusivity. While we've seen positive results, we're facing significant resistance from some community members." Dr. Lee nods thoughtfully. It's not uncommon to encounter resistance when introducing change, especially in close-knit communities. "What specific challenges are you facing?" Maya takes a deep breath. An anonymous flyer was circulated threatening to shut down the program, claiming it's causing more division. "It's been tough dealing with the backlash." Dr. Lee leans forward, her expression serious yet encouraging. "Addressing such setbacks requires a multifaceted approach. First, it's essential to maintain open lines of communication with all stakeholders. Presenting concrete data and testimonials, as you've already begun doing, is crucial." Sarah adds, "We've gathered testimonials from students who have benefited and collected data on improvements in their academic performance and well-being." Dr. Lee smiles approvingly. "That's a solid foundation. Additionally, consider partnering with local organizations that advocate for diversity and anti-bullying initiatives. They can provide resources, training, and even mediate discussions with concerned parties." Maya asks, "Do you have any recommendations for organizations we could reach out to?" Dr. Lee hands them a list of contacts, including local nonprofits and advocacy groups. These organizations have experience working with schools and communities facing similar challenges. They can offer valuable insights and support. Sarah looks relieved. "Thank you, Dr. Lee. This will be incredibly helpful as we navigate these challenges." Maya nods, feeling empowered. "With external support and the strategies you've suggested, I believe we can overcome this setback." Dr. Lee stands, offering a final piece of advice. Stay persistent and compassionate. Change takes time, but with dedication and the right support, you can make a meaningful impact. As Sarah and Maya leave the Community Outreach Center, they feel a renewed sense of hope and determination. The guidance from Dr. Lee equips them with the tools they need to strengthen their initiative and confront the challenges head-on. Sunday evening, the Thompson household is quiet. The family gathered in the living room after a long day. Sarah sits with her husband, Tom, discussing the week's events, while Maya shares her experiences with her mother, Linda. Today was tough, but we made some progress, Sarah says, her voice tinged with exhaustion yet filled with determination. Dr. Lee gave us some great resources to reach out to, and Jake is actively trying to bring his friends on board. Tom smiles proudly. You're doing amazing work, Sarah. I know it's not easy, but your efforts are making a difference. Meanwhile, in the Johnson household, Linda listens attentively as Maya recounts her meeting with Jake and their plans to involve more students. It's inspiring to see how far you've come, Maya, Linda says, pulling her daughter into a warm embrace. Your strength and resilience are remarkable. Maya smiles softly, feeling the unwavering support from her family. Thanks, Mom. I couldn't do this without your encouragement. As the evening progresses, both families share a moment of quiet reflection, acknowledging the challenges they faced and the bonds that sustain them. The connection between Sarah and Maya deepens, their shared mission fostering a sense of unity and mutual respect. Later that night, Sarah lies in bed, thinking about the week's events. The setbacks have been disheartening, but the small victories and the support from her family and colleagues reinforce her resolve. She knows that the journey ahead will be fraught with obstacles, but she's ready to face them with courage and compassion. Maya, lying in her own bed, reflects on her growth. From a bullied and isolated girl, she's becoming a confident leader, inspiring others to stand up against injustice. The bond with Sarah has been transformative, providing her with the guidance and support needed to navigate the complexities of her environment. As both women drift off to sleep, they carry with them the hope and determination that will drive them forward, united in their quest to create a more inclusive and compassionate community. Monday morning at Brooksville High School, Classroom 204 is filled with the usual chatter as students settle into their seats. Sarah Thompson stands at the front, preparing for the day's lesson, while Maya Johnson organizes her notes, her confidence growing with each passing day. During lunch break, Sarah approaches Mr. Thompson, a respected white teacher known for his integrity and fairness. He sits alone at a table, reading a newspaper. Sarah, good afternoon, Mr. Thompson. Do you have a moment? Mr. Thompson, looking up with a warm smile. Of course, Sarah. What can I do for you? Sarah, I've been working closely with Maya and a few other students to implement a peer support program. We're facing some resistance from the community, and I was wondering if you might be willing to support us. Mr. Thompson, thoughtfully, I've heard about the program. I've seen the positive changes it's bringing to some of my classes. I'd be happy to help in any way I can. Sarah, your support would mean a lot. Having someone with your reputation backing us could really help sway some of the skeptics. Mr. Thompson, consider it done. Let's arrange a meeting with the other teachers and see how we can further strengthen the initiative. As Sarah walks away, Maya watches from a distance, a hopeful smile on her face. The arrival of a respected ally like Mr. Thompson marks a significant shift, bolstering their efforts and signaling broader support within the school. Tuesday afternoon, the community center is abuzz with activity. Tables are set up with informational brochures, refreshments, and materials for interactive activities. Sarah, Maya, Mr. Thompson, and a few other supportive teachers prepare for the first diversity and inclusion workshop. Sarah, everyone, thank you for coming. Today, we're here to foster understanding and promote a more inclusive environment at Brooksville High. Mr. Thompson, it's important that we all come together to support our students and create a space where everyone feels valued. The first attendees begin to trickle in, some curious, others hesitant. Maya stands beside Sarah, ready to lead the discussions. Maya, let's start by sharing our experiences. How can we better support each other and build a more respectful community? As the workshop progresses, Participants engage in meaningful conversations and activities designed to break down barriers and encourage empathy. Initially reserved attendees begin to open up, sharing their thoughts and listening to others with newfound understanding. Ms. Ramirez, addressing the group, "This is a great start. The more we engage, the more we can transform our school culture." By the end of the session, there's a noticeable shift in the room. Participants leave with a sense of empowerment and a commitment to continue the dialogue, marking the workshop series as a pivotal step toward lasting change. Wednesday morning, during a special assembly in the school auditorium, students and teachers gather for an evening of performances and speeches. The atmosphere is a blend of excitement and anticipation. Maya steps onto the stage, her heart racing as she faces the crowd. She's been given the opportunity to share her personal story, aiming to foster empathy and understanding. Maya, taking a deep breath, "Hi, everyone. I want to share a bit about my experience here at Brooksville High. Being here as a Black student hasn't always been easy. I faced bullying and isolation, which made me feel like I didn't belong." She pauses, letting her words sink in. "But I've also found strength in the support of those who care. Programs like the Peer Support Group have given me a voice and a sense of belonging. They've shown me that change is possible when we stand together." The auditorium remains silent for a moment, the weight of her words resonating with many. Slowly, applause begins to build, filling the room with a sense of solidarity and hope. Sarah, watching proudly from the front row, "That's the power of sharing our stories." Maya steps back, feeling a surge of accomplishment and a renewed commitment to their cause. Her story serves as a powerful reminder of why their efforts are so important, inspiring others to join in the movement for change. Thursday afternoon, Sarah, Maya, Mr. Thompson, and Ms. Ramirez gather in the teacher's lounge, surrounded by charts and notes outlining their expanding plans. Mr. Thompson, "With the success of the workshops and the positive feedback from the assembly, I think it's time we look into expanding the program to other schools in the district." Ms. Ramirez, "I agree. We could organize training sessions for teachers at neighboring schools, sharing our strategies and resources." Sarah, "That's a great idea. We could also collaborate with other schools to host joint events, fostering a larger community of support and understanding." Maya, now more confident, adds, "And we can involve more students in leadership roles, empowering them to take ownership of the initiative and inspire their peers." They discuss logistics, potential partnerships with local organizations, and ways to secure funding for the expansion. The room is filled with a sense of purpose and excitement, knowing that their efforts can make a broader impact beyond Brooksville High. Mr. Thompson, "Let's reach out to the district officials and present our proposal. With the backing of teachers and students, we have a strong case for expanding the program." Sarah, "Absolutely. This is the turning point where our small initiative can grow into a movement, fostering inclusivity and support across the entire community." As they finalize their plans, the team feels a surge of optimism, confident that their collective efforts will lead to meaningful and widespread change. Friday afternoon, the school is preparing for a collaborative project between Brooksville High and a neighboring school, Riverview High. The event aims to bring students from both schools together to participate in team-building activities and workshops. However, not everyone is on board. A group of concerned parents from Brooksville, led by Mr. Collins, voiced their objections during a pre-event meeting. Mr. Collins, "Why are we involving students from another school? It feels unnecessary and might even lead to more division." Ms. Ramirez, "The purpose is to foster unity and understanding between different communities. By bringing students together, we can break down barriers and build stronger, more empathetic relationships." Mr. Thompson, "We've seen positive outcomes from similar initiatives elsewhere. This is an opportunity for our students to learn and grow together." Sarah steps forward, addressing the concerns calmly and thoughtfully. Sarah, "We understand your worries, Mr. Collins, but collaboration is key to overcoming prejudice. By engaging with students from different backgrounds, we can promote a culture of inclusivity that benefits everyone." One of the parents, Mrs. Baker, adds, "I just want what's best for our children. If this will help them feel more connected and supported, then I support it." Mr. Collins, reluctantly, "All right, but let's make sure there are measures in place to ensure everyone's safety and comfort. Ms. Ramirez, absolutely. We'll have facilitators and clear guidelines to ensure a positive and respectful environment for all participants. With the concerns addressed, the event proceeds smoothly. Students from both schools engage in activities that promote teamwork, empathy, and mutual respect. By the end of the day, there's a noticeable improvement in the students' interactions, reinforcing the importance of their collaborative efforts. Maya, smiling at a fellow student, see, when we work together, things just fall into place. The successful event serves as a testament to their resilience and the effectiveness of their strategies, further solidifying their commitment to fostering a more inclusive community. Saturday morning, a local radio station is broadcasting live from the community center, where Sarah and Maya are hosting a media day to promote their expanded initiatives. Emma, a friendly radio host, sits across from Sarah and Maya, microphone in hand. Reporters and journalists gather nearby, eager to cover the story. Emma, welcome to Brooksville Radio. Today, we have Sarah Thompson and Maya Johnson with us to talk about their ongoing efforts to combat bullying and promote inclusivity in our schools. Thank you both for joining us. Sarah, thank you for having us, Emma. We're excited to share our progress and encourage more people to get involved. Maya, it's been a challenging journey, but seeing the positive changes gives us hope that we can make a lasting impact. Emma, can you tell us more about the expansion of your program to other schools in the district? Mr. Thompson, certainly. We've partnered with Riverview High to host joint workshops and collaborative projects. Our goal is to create a network of support and understanding that spans across different communities. Ms. Ramirez, we've also secured funding from local businesses and organizations which will help us implement training sessions and provide resources for our students and teachers. Emma, that's fantastic news. How can community members support your initiatives? Sarah, there are several ways to get involved. You can volunteer as mentors, donate resources, or simply spread the word about the importance of fostering an inclusive environment. Maya, every bit of support helps. Together, we can create a community where everyone feels safe and valued. The interview concludes with a call to action, encouraging listeners to participate in upcoming events and support the initiative. The media coverage amplifies their message, attracting more supporters and resources. Emma, thank you again, Sarah and Maya. Your dedication is truly inspiring, and I wish you the best of luck with your initiatives. As they leave the radio station, Sarah and Maya feel a surge of gratitude for the media support. The increased visibility helps garner additional backing, reinforcing their belief that change is achievable through collective effort. Sunday afternoon, the school cafeteria is transformed into a celebration area adorned with balloons and banners reading, "Celebrating Kindness and Unity." Students and teachers gather to honor those who have shown exceptional support and kindness throughout the program. Sarah stands at the front, holding a microphone, while Maya sits nearby, beaming with pride. Mr. Jenkins and Ms. Ramirez help distribute certificates to the honorees. Sarah, today, we're here to celebrate the positive changes happening at Brooksville High. These small victories are the building blocks of a more inclusive and supportive community. She begins calling out the names of students who have gone above and beyond in promoting kindness, supporting their peers, and actively participating in the peer support program. Each name is met with applause and cheers, fostering a sense of pride and accomplishment. Maya, receiving her certificate, thank you, Sarah. This wouldn't have been possible without your support and the collective effort of everyone here. Jake, now a supportive member of the peer support group, approaches Maya with a sincere smile. Jake, I just wanted to say thank you for giving me a chance to change. It's been a real eye-opener. Maya, I'm glad you're here now, Jake. It's all about supporting each other. As the ceremony continues, students mingle, sharing stories of how the initiative has impacted them. The atmosphere is filled with laughter, conversations, and a shared sense of accomplishment. Mr. Jenkins, these celebrations are crucial. They not only recognize individual efforts, but also reinforce our commitment to maintaining a positive and inclusive environment. The event concludes with a group photo, capturing the unity and camaraderie that has been fostered through their collective efforts. As students leave the cafeteria, There's a palpable sense of pride and motivation to continue their journey toward a more harmonious school community. Sarah and Maya exchange a meaningful glance, knowing that these small victories are paving the way for even greater progress. The school community feels more united, and the foundation for lasting change is firmly in place. The following Monday, the school premises are abuzz with unsettling news that threatens to undo the progress made over the past weeks. An anonymous flyer has been circulated, threatening the discontinuation of the peer support group and questioning its effectiveness. Maya enters the school office to find Sarah speaking urgently with Principal Harris. Her heart sinks as she approaches. Sarah, concerned, Maya, thanks for coming so quickly. Principal Harris, we've received this flyer today, calling for the termination of the peer support program. It claims that the initiative is causing more division rather than unity. Maya feels a mix of frustration and determination. But we've seen positive changes already. This program is making a difference. Sarah, we need to address this immediately and rally our support to ensure the program's continuation. Do we know who might be behind this? Principal Harris, not yet, but we'll be investigating. In the meantime, I want you both to stay calm and focus on reinforcing the program's benefits. Maya clenches her fists, her resolve strengthening. We can't let fear and hatred undo what we've built. We need to fight back. Ms. Ramirez, entering the office, I've heard about the flyer. I can reach out to some of the parents who support the program and ask for their testimonies. Mr. Thompson, I'll prepare a detailed report of our program's successes and gather data to present to the school board. We need to show them the tangible benefits. Sarah, excellent. Let's also organize a meeting with the student council and our supportive teachers to strategize our next steps. As they convene in the conference room, the atmosphere is tense but resolute. The team discusses ways to counteract the negative flyer, including gathering more testimonials, increasing community outreach, and reinforcing the program's positive impact. Jake, I can help spread the word among the students. Maybe we can get more voices to speak up in favor of the program. Lily, and we could organize another workshop to showcase the program's benefits. If more students participate, it can help demonstrate its effectiveness. Sarah nods, her determination unwavering. Exactly. We won't let this setback stop us. We'll show the community that the peer support program is here to stay and continue making a positive impact. As the meeting concludes, the team feels a renewed sense of purpose. The unexpected setback serves as a test of their resilience, but their collective resolve to foster a more inclusive environment remains steadfast. They know that overcoming this challenge will require persistence, unity, and unwavering commitment. Monday morning at Brooksville High School, the hallways are filled with a mix of anticipation and anxiety. News of the threatening flyer has spread rapidly, heightening tensions among students and staff alike. Maya walks through the crowded hallway, her head held high despite the lingering stares and whispers. She passes by Jake, who gives her a supportive nod, signaling his commitment to the cause. In classroom 204, Sarah Thompson addresses her students with renewed determination. Sarah, everyone, I know things have been tough lately, but I want you to remember why we started this program. We're here to support each other and build a stronger, more inclusive community. As she speaks, a group of students who had previously been resistant now listen more attentively, their expressions softening. Outside, a group of opposition members gathers near the school entrance, holding signs that read, "Stop the Division," and "Brooksville High Stands United." Their presence is a stark reminder of the ongoing conflict. Opposition leader, Mr. Collins, we need to protect our school from these unnecessary programs. They're tearing us apart. The confrontation between the supporters and opposition members begins to escalate, with voices raised and tempers flaring. Tuesday afternoon, the community center is a hive of activity as Sarah, Maya, Mr. Thompson, and other supporters make final preparations for the upcoming rally. Banners promoting unity and inclusivity are being hung, and sound equipment is being set up. Mr. Thompson, we need to ensure everything runs smoothly today. The more organized we are, the better our message will come across. Ms. Ramirez, I've confirmed the speakers and arranged for refreshments. We're all set on that front. Maya reviews her speech one last time, her hands slightly trembling but her resolve unwavering. Maya, this rally is our chance to show the community that unity is stronger than division. We need to make sure our voices are heard clearly and passionately. Sarah, you've got this, Maya. Your words can inspire change. As the team finalizes their roles, there's a palpable sense of anticipation and determination. They know that today could be a pivotal moment in their fight for inclusivity. Wednesday morning, the town square is bustling with activity. Supporters and opposition members alike gather, each group setting up their respective stands and banners. The atmosphere is charged with tension. Sarah and Maya arrive early, overseeing the setup and ensuring that everything is in place. Volunteers assist in distributing flyers and guiding attendees. Sarah, remember, stay calm and focused. We want this rally to be peaceful and impactful. Maya nods, taking a deep breath. I'm ready. Let's make our voices heard. As the sun reaches its peak, the rally begins. Supporters take to the stage first, delivering speeches that highlight the benefits of the peer support program and the importance of unity. Supporter 1. This program has changed my life. It's given me a safe space to express myself and support others. Supporter 2. We need to stand together against bullying and prejudice. Together, we can create a community where everyone feels valued. The crowd responds with applause and cheers, the positive energy building. Then, the opposition leader, Mr. Collins, steps onto the stage, his expression stern. Mr. Collins, we appreciate your passion, but this program is causing more harm than good. It's creating divisions and unnecessary distractions for our students. The crowd murmurs, some nodding in agreement, while others remain silent. Sarah steps forward, taking the microphone. Sarah, Mr. Collins, we understand your concerns, but the data and testimonials speak for themselves. This program is fostering empathy, reducing bullying, and improving academic performance. Maya steps beside Sarah, her voice strong and clear. Maya, I've experienced firsthand the positive impact of this program. It's not about division. It's about inclusion and support for everyone. The tension in the air is palpable as both sides present their arguments. The crowd watches intently, sensing that this moment could determine the future of the initiative. As the rally progresses, the emotions run high. Some opposition members become more aggressive, challenging the supporters' views and attempting to sway the crowd. Opposition member 1. You're forcing these ideas on our children. Brooksville High should focus on education, not on these social experiments. Supporter 3. Education includes fostering a respectful and inclusive environment. This program is part of that education. The argument intensifies, with both sides raising their voices. Sarah tries to mediate, urging for calm and respectful dialogue. Sarah, let's keep this conversation respectful. We're all here because we care about the future of our students. However, Mr. Collins, driven by frustration, takes a more confrontational stance. Mr. Collins, respectful dialogue is one thing, but your actions are creating unnecessary tension. We need to put an end to this now. The crowd begins to split, with supporters and opposition members moving to different sides of the square. The once unified rally starts to fracture, the possibility of peaceful resolution slipping away. As the situation threatens to spiral out of control, Maya steps onto the stage, her presence commanding the attention of the crowd. She takes a deep breath, her voice steady despite the chaos around her. Maya, please, let's remember why we're here. This isn't about division. It's about understanding and support. We've all experienced challenges, and it's our collective responsibility to create a community where everyone feels safe and valued. She pauses, looking out over the crowd, making eye contact with both supporters and opponents. Maya, bullying affects us all, directly or indirectly. By standing together, we can overcome these obstacles and build a stronger, more compassionate Brooksville. Her words resonate deeply, silencing the crowd. Supporters nod in agreement, while some opposition members begin to soften their stance. Following Maya's heartfelt speech, the atmosphere begins to shift. The crowd's tension eases, and there's a noticeable move towards unity. People start approaching each other, engaging in conversations that were previously tense or hostile. Supporter 4, Maya is right. We need to work together, not against each other. Opposition member 2. Maybe we've been too harsh. I see the benefits now. Sarah steps forward, taking the microphone once more. Sarah, thank you, Maya, for your powerful words. Let's use this moment to bridge our differences and continue working towards a more inclusive and supportive community. Applause fills the square, this time more unified and genuine. The rally ends on a hopeful note, with both supporters and opposition members expressing a willingness to collaborate for the betterment of the school and community. Later that evening, the town square remains filled with a sense of calm and reflection. Students and community members linger, discussing the day's events and the potential for change. Maya and Sarah sit on a bench, watching as the crowd slowly disperses, feeling a sense of accomplishment mixed with the lingering challenges ahead. Maya, do you think things will really change now? Sarah, it's a start, Maya. Change takes time, but today showed that people are willing to listen and understand. Jake approaches them, a smile on his face. Jake, your speech made a difference, Maya. People are starting to see things differently. Maya, thanks, Jake. It means a lot to hear that. As they sit together, the bonds of trust and solidarity among the team and the community have grown stronger, setting the stage for the next phase of their journey towards lasting change. Sunday morning, Maya sits in her room, journaling her thoughts from the previous day's events. Her mother, Linda, knocks gently and enters, sitting beside her daughter. Linda, how are you feeling today? Maya, it's been a whirlwind. I never expected the rally to turn out like that, but I'm hopeful. It felt good to see people come together. Linda, you did an amazing job, Maya. Your courage and sincerity really made an impact. Maya smiles, closing her journal. Thanks, Mom. It feels like we're finally making progress. Meanwhile, Sarah reflects on the rally's outcome in her home office, surrounded by notes and plans for the future. Sarah, thinking to herself, this is just the beginning. We have the momentum now. We need to keep pushing forward and ensure that the changes we've sparked are sustainable. She looks over the data and testimonials they've collected, feeling confident that their efforts are paving the way for a more inclusive and supportive environment. As both Sarah and Maya prepare for the challenges and opportunities ahead, their shared commitment and strengthened relationships fuel their determination to continue advocating for change in Brooksville.